6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone, on this sunny Monday afternoon in York. How are we all doing? Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes and the Inside Scoop. It's very rare we get information these days, obviously for various reasons. Nothing's really getting out, but we're very lucky to have certain people who know certain people. And we've got a bit of a gem about the stadium. So we'll get into that very, very soon. It's very exciting and I'll explain it as best as I can. But let's just talk a little bit about transfers. It is transfer deadline day. Shuts at midnight tonight, but really 11 o'clock, but they get that extra hour to sort things out. I'm not expecting any incomings. I don't think any Newcastle fan is at the moment, but we always keep our fingers crossed and hope that something will happen. The only deal I want to see happen is Mbeumo. So if you read the Daily Mirror, you would know, according to them, we made a £60 million offer for him. And for both reasons, for both clubs, this deal sort of makes sense now at the moment. For PSR reasons, doing a deal in January, it doesn't really affect our PSR this year. It's more the next couple of years in advance, because you've got to half everything, because you're halfway through a season, which means the PSR is only from now until June. So it's a small gap. It's a small amount on your PSR for this year, but it's next year and the year after. That's when it takes a hit. Now, 60 million from Mbeumo is a great offer in my eyes. I think for Brentford now, who were stalling in the league, just got beat off Spurs, don't look like they're going to get European football. I think now's the time, no disrespect for Brentford, but for Mbeumo to come to Newcastle and push us into that Champions League spots for the rest of the season. It would be a great signing. If it gets done, brilliant. If it doesn't, it might be something we can do in the summer, but I have a feeling we'll have a lot of competition in the summer. So it'll be a lot harder deal to do. So I think we need to take the risk now. We really do. But we'll see what happens. But that's Mbeumo. On to Lloyd Kelly, who looks like he's off to Juventus. So hopefully that'll be signed, deal done. And that's why the Mbeumo deal makes sense, because you've got the Miggy money, the Lloyd Kelly money coming in the next 5 years on rotation. It makes sense now. Kieran Trippier, Galatasaray have inquired about him. I would not sell Trippier, by the way. Personally, my personal opinion, Trippier still has a lot to offer to this football club. If I was at the game against Fulham, Tino had a torrid time. He's still learning, and Kieran Trippier came on, and it kind of got a little bit better. But we still got beat, obviously. But I don't know. Trippier still has so much to offer to this football club as a coach as well as a player. I saw him doing a lot of coaching in the first half down the right-hand side, talking to Tino while he was warming up and things like that. So, this is the sort of things that Kieran Trippier offers that not a lot of people notice. So, personally, keep Trippier, don't sell him. Get Mbeumo in, get Kelly out, Miggy's gone. Things are going to start looking up in the transfer market, but more likely this summer. But you never know. Let's keep that little bit of hope that Mbeumo could be done, but I'm not holding my breath. Right, the reason why we're doing this video, exciting stadium plans uncovered. So Ian, obviously everyone knows Ian on the channel. He has a few people he knows inside football because he used to play non-league. He used to be on the books at Man United. I don't need to explain why he gets his stuff, but sometimes you've got to. But he did speak to someone who has seen the plans that PIF have submitted, and also the plans that have been submitted to basically to everyone to have a look over the club. Now, there's been lots of stuff talking about moving to different places, renovating St James's Park, how much capacity could it be, extra, all this sort of stuff. So we hopefully have this absolutely bang on, because we think we do. This guy has apparently seen the plans, and there's only two options for St James's Park and where we move to. So the first one is we renovate St James's Park completely. As in, we don't knock it down and build it up, but we spruce it up completely. And what will happen is the Gallagher end will be built on, and then that'll take us to 60, I think it's 68, no, 58,000 it'll take us to. So 58,000 if we build onto the Gallagher. The East Stand, everyone will be moved from it who's got season tickets, and they'll be moved into the Gallagher end. And then the East Stand will be made into a fully corporate stand. And that is how Newcastle see us competing with matchday revenue and commercial deals and all this sort of stuff. That's how we push the boundaries of PSR. So that's a bit of a gutter for people in the East Stand. If they like sitting there, they get moved into the Gallagher end, run the new stand. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of that. If whoever's got a season ticket in the East Stand, get in touch and let us know what your thoughts are. But that's the plans for St James's Park. East Stand, fully corporate, build on the Gallagher stand. So that means you'll have the 3 big stands and the tiny one. Everyone will be moved from the East Stand. It'll be about 68,000 capacity, and that means probably not many extra seats for new season tickets or new seats for the ballots, because everyone will be moving from one stand into that stand. So it kind of leaves us stagnated, but it really does boost the corporate side of things, which is what the club need to do to boost matchday revenue, basically. So that's the first plan. The second plan is it's Leazes Park. There's no other option. It's either re-renovate St James's Park or move to Leazes Park. Now, if we move to Leazes Park, I've once seen the pictures and heard about the stuff. The stadium will be a 65,000 seater stadium. So not this 70, 75, 80,000 that everyone's been talking about. It will be 65,000. So that's an extra 13,000 seats. Obviously, they've done a lot of polls and, all that sort of stuff through the club. And this is what they think the demand would be. I mean, probably if they build a new one on Leazes Park, they might leave room to renovate it up if it really needs to. But 65,000 capacity stadium will be what it will be. There'll be a new massive fan zone next to it as well, bigger than what the Stack is right now. It'll have more for kids. It'll be epic. Basically, is what the plans say. Basically, his plans say he got goosebumps when he saw them. So that tells you what we're looking to do. The other rumours are very true. Now, we've been banging on this for a long time on this channel. Eventually, our training facilities will move to the racecourse. We'll build a brand new training complex, but we are pumping in 20 million to renovate Benton Park. So it's big enough for the men and the women for the time being. So that'll get done first. Then it'll be a toss-up between the stadium and the training facilities being moved. So that's all the information we have. It's very, very interesting. They want everything to be under one roof, though, which is really interesting with the women, the men. They want to keep it all together, the teams together, keep that unity because it's working well now. So everything looks like it's going well for Newcastle United's future off the pitch. Obviously, they're going to have to make a decision at some point, twist or bust. Stay at St James's Park, stay with a 58, 59 capacity stadium, or move to a new seater stadium with 65,000. And what we've got to remember as well, if we move to a 65,000 seater stadium, sorry, I'm rambling a little bit now, but you've got to remember all the other things we can do: NFL, boxing, comedy nights, darts, singing contests, concerts, everything. There's so many doors open to that. If you get the acoustics right around the stadium, which I'm sure they will if it's a brand new one, that would really push us up there with Spurs, the likes of City and everyone else, So I'm still 50-50. I think the re-renovation of St James's Park sounds really, really good, but the new stadium sounds epic. So it's history over pushing on to new history. You guys comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and we'll carry on trying to get as much information as we can when we can for you. Really appreciate it. Come on Wednesday night. We're going to get those fucking Arsenal fans. Come on. We're going to beat them. Let's get to Wembley.